Before cats were domesticated, they had a lot of pre-existing instincts that carried over to common-day house cats. You might notice this in terms of play, bite, and scratching. You might even notice that when you first bring your cat or kitten home, that the first thing they do is run under somewhere where it's impossible to get them. Like they have no intention of befriending you at all, or like you just want to let a wild animal into your house. Today, I'm going to tell you what you should look out for to tell how your cat's feeling and how you can bond with them via these emotions. I have a lot of personal experience bonding with cats. My father and I had always prided ourselves on being able to read them so well, and I knew I always wanted one when I moved out, so when I was ready to get a place of my own, I adopted Juno, my brown tabby. Over the course of the last year, Juno went from shy and hiding to social and playful. This taught me so much more than I ever thought I could understand about cats and how their brains worked. I'm going to be going over how Juno and all cats use their eyes, ears, tail, posture, voice, and movement to convey what they're trying to tell you. I think this is a very important language to learn, as according to a study done by Lauren Dawson of the Conservation, people are not good at recognizing cat emotions. Only 59% of people in a group of over 6,300 could, and these results are only slightly better if they have guessed. So let's start with the most primal and recognizable instinct and emotion that they have. Anger in cats is often reduced to hissing and tail wagging, which for sure is a good thing to look out for, but did you know that their eyes, ears, and hair are actually the best ways to tell when an angry cat might be ready to pounce at you? As told by Alyssa Gerken on PetMD, aggressive cats will often flatten their ears to their head. This phenomenon has been dubbed airplane ears online, which is cute, but is also a direct sign of stress. When your cat does this, it's trying to tell you that it wants to be left alone. If a cat is really dead set on being left alone, these airplane ears will be accompanied by narrowed eyes with large pupils. Their hair will be standing up and they will be arching their back. Interestingly enough, this standing up hair is actually a way to make your cat look bigger, to scare off predators, like how a human would scare a bear by raising our arms or holding something over our heads. When your cat is showing any of these signs, it's best to let them cool off. They don't hate you, but we all have, pretty bad days. Your cat isn't angry every time it arches its back, though. A playful cat and an angry cat have a few things in common, so this can be misleading. It's important to be able to identify the difference. Some similarities you will notice in a playful cat are easy to spot. Their pupils will be dilated and taking in information. Their tail will be wagging and their back might even be arched. But according to Gergen, a playful cat's ears will be standing up and facing forward, opposing the aforementioned aggressive airplane ears. It is also important to note that typically only the ends of their tails will be flicking, not wagging. And their eyes won't be narrowed, they'll actually be enlarged. The reason why there is a lot of shared similarities here between playful and aggressive has to do with instinct. You have to remember that cats are natural born hunters, and whenever they see something that they're trying to attack, no matter if it's play or actual aggression, a lot of the same reactions are going to come out. Gerken states that, quote, play provides excellent physical and mental enrichment to help keep cats healthy, so provide them with a toy when they act like they want to play, end quote. This is an excellent way to stimulate your cat's hunting instincts and get rid of energy if they're too riled up. Now that we've discussed when a cat wants to be left alone and when a cat wants to play with you, we should move on to what everybody wants their cat to be, which is happy. Each happy cat has its own specific body language for this emotion that you'll have to learn the specifics of over time. For instance, my cat Juno will run up to me and meow at me with her full chest. But there are a few telltale signs. A good way to tell if your cat's happy is with its eyes. Its pupils may be small and its eyes may be relaxed. Your cat may even give you a slow blink, which it narrows or closes its eyes for a few seconds while looking at you. This is often called a cat kiss, and it's a deep sign of affection and trust. A cat who trusts you may lie on its back, showing you its stomach, and you may be inclined to pet them, but this is often not what they want, and actually might lead to aggression. This is actually a sign of vulnerability, and it means they trust you greatly. Of course, the most obvious sign a cat is happy is when they purr at you. In my case, Juno, whenever she gets comfortable in a comfortable position while snuggling with me, she starts purring like a motor. But when cats do this, it's often a sign that they feel happy or at peace. One more sign that is pretty helpful is looking at how high their tail is sticking up. If your cat's tail is sticking straight up, chances are it's feeling pretty positive. Cats' emotions can be very handy when trying to befriend one. Cats are constantly trying to tell us how they feel. We just have to learn to listen better. Now that you know what to look for in aggressive, playful, and happy cats, next time you see a cat's eyes go wide, remember you aren't just seeing a silly face, you're seeing all the emotions that are happening in its brain. Thank you.